Hey everyone, it's Alicia Malone. Welcome back to another Fandango Indie Movie Guide. I am fresh back from Telluride and Toronto, and I missed talking to you guys about Mother, which came out in theaters last week. I want to know, what did you think of that crazy film? You know, I really enjoyed the madness of it. I love a movie that you can walk out of and you want to debate it with your friends, and some people love it and some people hate it, and you delve into the meaning of everything. But you know, I know it's not for everyone. It was Darren Aronofsky's allegorical film about the creation of the earth as well as the environment, starring Jennifer Lawrence, Ed Harris, Javier Bardem, and Michelle Pfeiffer, who is just wonderful. Let me know in the comments below, what did you think of Mother? Do you think it deserved the F cinema score that it was given? It's not technically an indie, but it definitely has that original indie spirit about it. But let's get on to what you can see in theaters this week. Battle of the Sexes, starring Steve Carell and Emma Stone, had a great run both at Telluride and Toronto. This is a very accessible, very feel-good, inspirational true tale of Billie Jean King, the feminist tennis champion who took on the very chauvinistic Bobby Riggs in a literal battle of the sexes, a tennis match where she wanted to prove that women belonged on the court just as much as men.
Look, the men are simply more exciting to watch. They are. They're faster.
Fact.
And they're stronger.
Fact.
And they're more competitive.
Just a fact.
It's not your fault, it's just biology.
It's the kind of true story which you wouldn't quite believe if it weren't actually true. It's got great performances by Emma and Steve, and just a heartwarming, feel-good tale. It'll have you clapping and smiling the whole way through.
It's when we want a little bit of what you've got. That's what you can't stand.
40 million people are watching. The battle you've all been waiting to see.
Now I'm done talking, let's play.
The battle of the sexes.
Also in theaters this weekend, Stronger, which also played at the Toronto International Film Festival. This stars future husband Jake Gyllenhaal as Jeff Bauman, who lost his legs in the Boston bombing. And I think this movie is really interesting when it takes a look at what it means to be a hero, particularly in today's scary times.
I'm gonna be there at the finish line for you. I'm gonna make a big sign for you.
Doesn't show up for anything. And then he shows up.
You go with Jeff as he struggles in the aftermath of the tragedy and trying to cope with the sudden rush of fame, with people calling him a hero, where he says he was just unlucky in the wrong place at the wrong time. But his story really does show that true Boston strong spirit.
You showed the world that they can't f***ing break us no matter what the hell they do. You know, it gave me a little hope, made me feel a little better, and I just want to say thank you for that, man, that's all.
Jake Gyllenhaal once again puts in a fantastic performance. Tatiana Maslany is wonderful as always. She's so real and relatable. And I really liked Miranda Richardson, who played the mother, who is crass and uncouth and very loud and bombastic. Stronger will have you feeling all the emotions, and make sure you take your tissues when you see it in theaters this weekend.
I'm gonna walk, you know, I'm gonna walk with you again someday.
And on Fandango now, two great indie titles to check out in the comfort of your own home. The first one, The Hero, which came out on the 12th, and this is well worth a look. It stars Sam Elliott in a great performance, a very meta performance where he plays an aging Western star who's trying to figure out his place in Hollywood. He's trying to mend his broken relationship with his daughter. He's dealing with a fling with someone who is much, much younger, and he is also quite sick.
I did one film that I'm proud of. That was 40 years ago. Since then, I wouldn't say I've been achieving.
So he has a lot going on, and it's all anchored by the rock-steady, gorgeous presence of Sam Elliott. I really liked The Hero, directed by Brett Haley, so check it out on Fandango now.
I love you too. I'm nothing without all of you.
Down in the way.
And a film that was quite divisive with audiences, A Ghost Story, is now available to watch on Fandango now. This is directed by David Lowery, and it stars Rooney Mara and Casey Affleck. Right at the beginning of the film, this marriage between this young couple is rocked when he dies of a car accident, and then he comes back as a ghost. So basically, Casey Affleck walks around underneath the sheet for most of the movie. And there is also an entire scene that goes on for about 5 minutes without any cuts of Rooney Mara eating a pie. Apparently she'd never eaten a pie before in her life, and she never wants to eat pie again, but it looked really delicious.
A writer writes a novel. A songwriter writes a song. We do what we can to endure.
I love this kind of thing. You know, it might be a bit artsy and out there for some people, but every scene is there for a purpose, and it has beautiful cinematography by Andrew Jos Palermo. It all looks like a home movie with the edges rounded, and there's something so mythical about just that white sheet. It's haunting and also kind of comical at the same time. It's all about whether you can have true eternal love. Give it a go. Watch it at home on Fandango now. So let's run through them quickly. I recommend in theaters to try out The Madness of Mother, or go for the feel-good story of Battle of the Sexes, or the inspirational true story of Stronger. If you want to stay at home with Fandango now, you can see Sam Elliott in the gorgeous drama The Hero, or maybe try to go a little bit arty and see Rooney Mara in A Ghost Story. I'm Alicia Malone. You can always find me on Twitter at Alicia Malone, and I'll see you again next week.